Ladies and gentlemen, it is welcome to this doom and gloom Sunday evening, late night. I already know most of y'all done heard everybody else. I was going to say this till probably tomorrow morning. But outside just come on now. There might be somebody else on right now. I don't know. I think Angry is on. I don't know. Just when you think it's safe, it is absolutely not safe. It's just not. I tried, the old man over here kind of know football. Study tape, watch tape. I kind of figure I somewhat know what I'm talking about, and I don't mean to come on here and toot my horn. I did say the Cowboys would win. I did say that. I did say that. But I told you it was going to be a close game. I told you it was going to be a close game. And I hate to toot my own horn, but toot. I told you guys yesterday, I started off right there. What's up, everybody? What's going on? I really don't even want to speak to y'all, to be honest with you. I'm not at a shock because I knew it was kind of fool's gold just a little bit. Remember what I told y'all yesterday. I told you that we are going to find out if we really are a good run defense. I told you guys that because of our secondary and the way people were, quarterbacks were lighting us up. I told you guys that why would you run the ball when you could just throw over the top all the time, wide open people and all that type of stuff. I told you that. And there was no need to run because we were getting lit up in the secondary. So, but we didn't know if we are really a good run. The stats say that we were a good running defensive team. I knew that, but I said I really don't know because we really ain't been challenged like that. And I said Carolina would change it. I told you guys, I said Carolina was a team. I told you Carolina was a team that you didn't have to worry about. They weren't going to try to make Bryce Young the MVP. What brought them to the dance was the running. I told you guys that. I tried to tell you. And I be dang. We found out then. We found out, right? We back at square one, y'all. I ain't gotta go through all this. I ain't gotta go through the verbatim. I'm here to talk about just the obvious stuff. As far as I'm concerned, we're back at square one. Because we cannot stop the run. You can pick your choice right now. If you want to run on us and you dedicated to running, we can't stop no run. And we definitely can't stop the pass. I saw guys wide open again. Folks just fooled and all that. I mean, today was embarrassing, y'all. I'm not gonna talk about the offense. It was exactly what we are. The number one offense in the league. That showed. A hot quarterback. That showed. Able to move the ball. That showed. And then on the other hand, we have the worst defense in the league. That's what you saw today. They gave both to you. They gave both of them to you today. They did. Dak Prescott again lit this place up. And then the defense showed we ain't worth a dime. For real. They look worse. They look worse than the Chicago game, if you ask me. And the sad part about it is, I believe the Cowboys knew that Carolina was not going to do nothing but what they did. They were going to bully ball you. Rico told us at the beginning of the week, buckle up. Y'all heard what he said. Knew he was gonna get the ball. They named him the starting running back this week. You knew he was gonna run the ball. There wasn't nothing we can do about it. Man, every time Rico touched the ball, it was at least 8 yards. At least minimum 8. I ain't just talking about rushing. Passing, everything is just pure domination. Kenny Clark played, no factor. Osa, no factor. J Tour, no factor. Linebackers, no factor. Nothing. We cannot stop. That was the game that I wanted. This is the game I wanted to see. I wanted to know, is the run defense really, are we better? Are we really better as the stats say? We got our answer today. I don't care what nobody say. You know me, I'm going to tell the truth. Y'all know me. I'm going to tell the truth. Trash. Trash. We are at the position, y'all. We are at the position where Dak Prescott in this offense literally has to play perfect for us to even win. They have to score. They really do have to score every drive. I don't care what the score is. If it's a touchdown, of course we got to score touchdown. Because we just can't lean on Brandon Aubrey no more. We got to score touchdowns because we giving up touchdowns on defense. But we literally have to score some type of points on every possession. We can't afford to punt the ball. Because our defense cannot stop nothing. They made a one key stop that I remember. One. Can't stop. We can't stop nothing. And the offense, and see, you're going to have some people who going to find a way to point the finger at Dak Prescott and all that, and y'all crazy. Anybody that says anything about Dak Prescott and the offense, I don't want to hear. They put 27 points on the board. 27 points usually wins you the ball game. 27 points usually wins you a ball game. Okay? But this defense, man, is atrocious. And the sad part about it is I got 2 cornerbacks that can play. And one of them looks like he just done checked out, and that's Diggs. Diggs still getting destroyed on double moves. And stuff be wide open. Donald Wilson, he got the little tip interception, but other than that, he way out of play because he done bit on a double move. They ain't messing with Bland too much. They ain't messing with Bland. It's just Diggs. And Diggs ain't been right since Florida when he was going to get his own, medical treatment and working out with those guys instead of working in Dallas. And I'm not saying he should have came to Dallas. I'm just saying he ain't been right since then. Since they fined him the money, he hadn't been right in his head. He just haven't been. And then when Michael left, got traded, he was just heartbroken. He whatever, he just don't seem like himself. And then today, I haven't read it, but today, I think he said he rips the defense. He ripped the defensive scheme or something like that. They asked him that. Let me pull that up. I just want to read because I ain't read it. I'm sorry. I'm forgive my unprofessionalism, but I'm gonna pull it up and read it now and see if he said anything crazy. Bleacher Report says Diggs rips Cowboys defense. Well, hell, you a part of it. He a part of it. He gave him a big yard. Double move, you still getting cracked. If that was supposed to be instability, it's supposed to be from, I ain't going to say from the secondary, but I'm saying we got 2 guys that are former All-Pros. Let me just say that. What this say? I want want to see what Diggs had to say. Trayvon Diggs says Cowboys have no identity on defense after loss to Packers. See, he trying to send the coach under the bus. That's just the title of it. So I already know he trying to send the coach under the bus. Said religious Dallas Cowboys defense gave up 410 yards of offense and 30 points to Carolina on Sunday. The main ingredient of loss that moved them to 2-3-1 on the season. While the offense continues to play well, the defense has been arguably worse in the NFL, and Trayvon Diggs knows it. Yeah, it's very frustrating, he told reporters. It's all these points given up. The receivers are running wide open. Well, shoot, you stop falling for double moves. The receivers are running wide open down the field. Too many busted coverages. It's a lot. I feel like we're all over the place and we really don't have no identity. The lack of identity part of these remarks feels like a veiled indictment on defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, though head coach Brian Schottenheimer publicly supported him after the loss. Matt's a great coach, Schottenheimer told reporters. I don't want to hear about all that. He added that whether or not the players believe in Eberflus' screen is the bigger thing. That's what Schottenheimer said. I would hope so. I would think so. So that means you don't know for sure. So the defense obviously is not right. Yeah. This is on them. I don't want to hear absolutely nothing about the Cowboys offense. I know some folks gonna point to that drive where they threw 2 straight screen plays when they could have had a chance. Look, everybody ain't gonna be perfect. I don't want to hear that. The offense has been too good this year to even point the finger that way. They did what they were supposed to do. They scored points, scored 27 points on the road. Dak was lighting it up. It is what it is. Anybody who just want to jump on the offense is a hater, and I'm not even fit to go that route. I'm not even fit to talk about the offense. Dak was outstanding. Pickens, of course, was outstanding. We didn't really run the ball, well compared to the other game, but we stayed somewhat, at least a little consistent with trying to run, keep some of this balance. But the whole O-line, Dak really didn't get sacked a whole lot at all, really. Offense was doing what they do. Schottenheimer called a real good game. You can talk about that one drive all you want. Okay, fine. Defensively, though, like how many more weeks you gonna do this before you make a change or something? Eberflus believes in his scheme. He don't believe in blitzing, which I believe is part of the problem. He loves to rush 4 and drop 7. But you ain't doing nothing with your 7 because everybody getting food in zones. I seen Shamar James jump to the flat when he was supposed to keep veering out. Flat was already covered by Lil Fowl. I saw Donovan Wilson get bit on double move. Saw Diggs get bit on double moves. I mean, then I seen third and 9, and then Diggs playing off, almost dang near 10 yards, and dude get a first down on third. I mean, like, I just don't get it. The run defense, we can't stop nobody. I'm convinced now. I got all I need. My only question, I knew we couldn't stop the pass. That's been proven already. My only question was about the run. Because nobody really challenged us. We got challenged today, guess what? Can't stop the run. So now we're in a position now where we can't stop the run, and we sure can't stop the pass. What we gonna do? I know a lot of y'all saying fire Matt Eberflus. Eberflus ain't about to get fired. It's just not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Jerry's not gonna do it. Schottenheimer's not gonna do it. Schottenheimer's not even gonna suggest that. So y'all might as well just let that go. Now, Eberflus may get, he might be out here next season. Uh, you know, some I got already asked, what would I do? I tell you what I would do, and I would let. It's real simple to me. It was Jerry. Jerry was Jerry made the mistake this year because he had too much pride and counting money and don't understand that coaches' salaries don't go against the salary cap. Based off that, get your defense the way it's supposed to be, but you too worried about alpha type personalities in your locker room. You had the chance to get Rex Ryan. I would have loved to have Rex Ryan. Why? Schottenheimer and Rex Ryan and what got the Jets to the AFC Championship game 2 years in a row. It was Rex as defensive coordinator, and it was Brian Schottenheimer as the offensive coordinator of the Jets that took the two teams to the AFC Championship game. That combination works. It's proven. That combination works. I would let Eberflus, if it was me, I would let Eberflus go, and I'll go give Rex what he wants. And ask Rex to come on. Bring that 46 defense or whatever else you got. And Rex, as we all know, big personality, but he know how to coach defense. And he going to bring pressure. You just can't line up in zone all day, man. Especially when you got guys that can't cover in the zone. And especially if you're not getting pressure. What we had, 1 sack? That was it. You can't rush 4. You got to rush 5. You got to change this stuff up. Because if you don't change it up, well, what we are, what's that, 6 games? We 6 games in. We got an identity. Diggs lied about that. We got an identity. The identity is we're going to get our brains beat out. That's the identity on defense. We can't stop nothing. You done had 6 games. Don't care what combination you had. Have in, whether it's by injury or starters. The bottom line is your defense is the worst in football. I'm serious. That is the identity. The identity is we're gonna get our brains beat out. Once again, even though I won a Hall of Fame game, Bryce Young had a great game. Made him look good. You ever want to get your offense right, you go see the Cowboys. If your offense is struggling, that's the reputation we have. That's the identity. That's the identity. If you're having problems on your offense, if the Cowboys on your schedule, you're going to get your offense right. If your quarterback is struggling, please go see. They cannot play. Look, I don't need no more games. I don't need to see any more. This collection of defense needs to be more in man defense than they are in zone. They can't play zone. 4 rushing, 7 men are back. And it's just as easy. It's just as easy to pick apart this zone than anything. It's too easy. It's too easy. Guys wide open. You know when you watching the game and you see the receiver, you don't even see the defender in the camera. All you just see is the wide open receiver. What kind of mess is this? I mean, it's the same mistakes. Somebody ain't understanding, or see. And let's be fair to Eberflus. I'm gonna be fair to Eberflus on this. Eberflus ain't got nothing to do with Trayvon Diggs biting on a double move now. I ain't blaming Eberflus for that. I ain't blaming him for that. I ain't blaming Eberflus for Donovan Wilson biting on the touchdown he gave up. because he bid on the double move. That ain't got nothing to do with Eberflus. That come with discipline. That come with you trying to gamble, and your gamble goes straight down the toilet. That ain't got nothing to do with Eberflus. Now Eberflus gonna get the blame because everybody gonna say get rid of Eberflus. But you biting on double move. That's on you. And the digs over there talking about we ain't got no identity. No, sir. Your identity is shot. Your identity is run double moves on you and you gonna bite. That's your identity, dig. That if a receiver run a double move on you, probably 10 times, out of 10 times, 5 of them you gonna bite. And your guy gonna be wide open over the top of your head because you done bid a double move. That ain't got nothing to do with Coach Eberflus. That ain't got nothing to do with Eberflus. Well, hey Kermit, I see what you said. Hey, all y'all, I'm sorry. Hit that like button. Hit the like button for me if you don't mind. If you want to do the super chat, you can. Let me get there. You should be able to do that. Let me get there. If you're on Facebook, of course, you can use the stars. If you want to use the Cash App, y'all know my Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. If you also use YouTube, you can use Super Chat and become a member of the Big Time Show as well. You just hit that and make your option on that, and you can take it from there. All right. I don't think they do cover one at all, Jay Bryant. I think it's. I don't think they do cover one because I'm not. I think they. Well, let me take it back. I think they could go cover one because I'm saying they need to be in man. I think they can play man a whole lot better than zone. You're right. Cover 2 is look like what they got burned on today. But I mean, everybody's gonna run double moves against Diggs. It's no question about that. If you want the big play or get the presented a big play, run some double moves for your receivers. Cause look, number one, you're gonna have time to wait for the route to develop because you ain't got no pass rush. So the quarterback gonna sit back there and wait until the receiver get over off a double move. I mean, Bryce Young just sitting back there for it, just lob it over the head, there, bang. Jay said they can play cover format. Yes, they can do that. I think a cover 3 will work too. A cover 2 man would work too. What's wrong with my background? I'm not sure right. Cover 2 man would work too. Now we might get cracked in the slot a little bit off that, and we might get beat by a real good tight end. But as far as receivers go, the cover 2 man will work too. And as far as being, today we just got our physical, y'all. We just got our physical today. When you run the ball the way Carolina did, I mean that just says that you got beat up in the trenches. It's just that simple. They stopped Javonte Williams. What Javonte have today? He did what he could do. Let me look and see. I'm gonna look it up. Y'all probably already know the number. We got our physical. What's up, True Cow? You say what was our running game? We got our physical. Both sides of the ball. And if you get out physical on both sides of the ball, guess what? You're going to lose. This is a game we should have won, but it's a game that we didn't take care of business. Well, right there, and that's another thing. Javonte Williams only had 13 carries. 13 carries, 29 yards. I mean, the game was close. I'm looking at the run, and Blue had 3 carries. And let me say this about Blue. We need another running back. I've seen enough of Blue. Sorry. Jadon Blue, I done seen enough. Miles Sanders look better than Jadon Blue. So let me get that out of the way. I ain't got to spend a lot of time on that. Jadon, we need another running back. So I'm all for the trade for RB1, another running back. I'm for that. After looking at Jadon Blue, since he's the number 2 running back, we get absolutely nothing from Jadon Blue. So I don't want to hear nothing about Jadon. I'm sorry. He's not an inside runner. He's a space guy, and you ain't going to get space. Okay? I don't want to hear nothing about Jadon Blue. I need another running back. So Jadon had 3 carries for 0 yards. Florida ran 1 for 3 yards, and then Javonte had 13. So that's 16, 17, and then Dak was just scrambling. So I don't even count Dak. So between Florida had 1 carry, and then Blue and Williams, you had 17 carries for the game. That's not us. And I understand if the game was a blowout, so there was room for running the ball. But again, if you run against a brick wall, I guess you are gonna have to pass it because, like I said, Javonte had 13 carries for 29 yards. That's 2.2 yards per carry. You gonna pass the ball. Thank God we got a real good quarterback that still lit it up. What do you have? 25 for 34, 261, 3 touchdowns, no picks. I mean, come on now. We got beat up in the trenches. It's just the bottom line. Football is not hard. The real truth of the matter is if you dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, that team usually is going to win. It really is that simple. They beat us up. Offensively. Rico had 30 carries, 183 yards rushing. Good Lord of mercy. That sounds like you got beat up on the defensive line. And then on the offensive line, they beat us up. So Marlon said Derrick Brown is a grown man. He is. And he showed. He looked like it today. We didn't do nothing. They met their match today. And I feel like we could have won, just with a stop. The way Dak was rolling today, just 1 or 2 stops, and the way we was rolling, they couldn't really stop us. Pickens could not be stopped at all. I just figured that we would have been able to get the job done. See, when your offense is bad, when your defense is bad like this, it's just about guaranteed that in order for you to have a chance to win, you are going to have to be minimum a 2-score lead. Because your defense going to give up. Your defense going to give up stuff. But you need to be up at least 10. 9, 10, whatever. 3 field goals, whatever. However way you want to say it. We need to be up at least 2 scores in order to have a chance. That's really what happened today. We were scoring. We took the lead. We traded the lead, but we couldn't get the next time to get to another score. We couldn't get another score. And so, you know, I think that we're going to be headed to fool's gold. And here's the reason why I'm saying. See, this is a game we really need to win. And I still think that we're going to be watching them, but the reason why I think we're going to be watching it next week is because it's just going to be too much on the field offensively. You see, this offense is not slowing down. It's going to get better. Okay? When CD and Turpin come back, this offense is going to do even more. So I'm not worried about the offense at all. I think we're going to score just what you're saying now. 30 points a game, 27, 28, 29, 30 plus points a game. I believe that's what's going to happen. But if we don't do something defensively, scheme change, blitz more, run man defense more, if we don't do that, then we're going to be in trouble, y'all. It don't do no good to score 35 points, but you lose because you give up 36. Well, I got to keep doing this, my stuff. Something wrong. And a lot of people saying, okay, we need to do this, we need to do that. Look, the scheme is, I've seen enough, the scheme don't work. Not for this group. The scheme don't work. The scheme does not work. Hey, what's up, Casey? I see Pastor Allen in the building. What's up? True Cowboys say, what's up with Malik Davis? Well, I said that on the show last time. He needs to be called up. Jadon Blue ain't it. I haven't seen enough. I see you, Matthew. Yeah, Brian, I know. And I'm again, that's why I said the offense is gonna get even better. But see, the way the season is going, it's not gonna happen like this, y'all. We already had a glimpse of this with the Chicago game. This defense is making the offense have to be perfect every week, and it ain't gonna happen like this. It's just not gonna happen. I hope that the offense keeps scoring and lighting it up like they are, but chances are it's just not gonna happen like this all the time. So what happens when the offense have a bad day? Can your defense help us? No, I answer that for you now. See, I'm going to let everybody else talk about evil flus and he should be fired and all that. Look, Dallas not going to do that. They're not. I would be shocked if something like that happened, but it's not going to happen. They're not going to make the change. It's not going to happen, y'all. It's not. And so since I believe it's not going to happen, then you got to ask, okay, well, what are we going to do to change this? Because we just can't keep playing this way. And my only thing is now is that it's sounding like to me, because Diggs is the one that is vocal. But I'm quite sure it's some other ones in there that feel the way Diggs does. And if you listen to Diggs and watch how they play, the most success that the defense have had is when they blitz more than 4 people. And they go man coverage. That's and they look like they've been somewhat successful. That's the change that needs to be made. That is the change that needs to be made for this season. You can't run zone 85, 95%. You just can't do it. This team not built like that. We done seen 6 games worth. We run into the same issues. Look, we got to figure that out. You need to run, blitz. See, so I'm telling you now, Washington finna do the same thing. Oh, they're going to say, oh, shoot, the Cowboy can't stop no run. We don't care nothing about no Kenny Clark and Osa. We don't care nothing about that. We don't care. Shoot, the reason why everybody else didn't get no running yards is because they decided not to run. They decided to pass on them. Russell Wilson lit him up because he wanted to pass. Chicago didn't pass. Didn't run. Come on now. But now the book is out now because the template is there. They gonna run on us. So Washington gonna try to run. And now they gonna run with Debo next week. Debo Samuel. They gonna run with the kid that he got there. I forgot his name. Crossan, whatever his name is. And then Jalen gonna run. The quarterback gonna run. Oh, we got our hands full next week. Next week gonna be a shootout. Because I got a feeling CD coming back. I got a feeling Turk coming back. It's gonna be a shootout next week. I'm already predicting. I don't think our defense can stop nobody. I don't think Washington can stop us. It's going to be a shootout next week. Can you just make one stop? 2 stops maybe? Can you get the punter to punt at least one time? Good God. Can we get the punters to punt against us? Just a horrible two-faced type game. That's what everybody gonna be talking about this week. I'm gonna talk about it more this week too. Because something has to change quickly. And it's gonna be scheme wise. It ain't gonna be player personnel wise. It ain't gonna be that. I don't know, man. I don't think we're gonna get killed. Dak plays well against Washington. We score against them. And then the Washington, Dan Quinn ain't seen nothing like what he getting ready to see this week. We're doing this without some major weapons. You put in CD and Turk back into this, you just got better. It ain't no question about that. It becomes the offense. The offense can become even more dangerous. That is going to happen. Greg says, I don't know what the Cowboys cap space we took. Make some trade. Talk to the Jets. Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken, have 30s. I don't know. Let me look it up. Somebody look it up for me. Go to, I think it's Sports Track, and let's see how much Cowboys have in available cap space. Let me type that in. I'll look myself. I'm going to build this plane. Because I ain't talking about nothing else. We got our brains beat out today, if you ask me. I'm typing that in now. Cowboys got $17,889,643 in cap space. That's good. That's good money. It's really not a lot though. So they got 17. So if you trade, and you can go over the salary cap in the season, okay? You can go over. So what a lot of people are talking about is, maybe going to get a D-end or some are saying another linebacker and all that type of stuff. But if you're trying to get a D-end, a lot of people are talking Max Crosby from the Raiders. Some folks are talking Trey Hendrickson from Cincinnati. You can accept that contract and try to go that route. But and here's the thing: a lot of y'all talking about the first round picks. Well, some trades, I'm saying we need another running back, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I hate to say this, but I'm just looking, and I said this yesterday. I don't know if I said it on the show, but I said it in somewhere. If Javonte Williams goes down, what we stuck with? Jadon Blue? Really? Are you kidding me? We need another running back. Now, trading for a running back, that don't necessarily mean you be trading one of these first round picks. You can trade. I mean, you can trade fifth round pick, fourth round pick, whatever. It ain't necessarily got to be the picks we got from Green Bay for a running back. You ain't gonna do that anyway. You know, if you're talking about somebody like Breece Hall ain't gonna require no first round pick. Alvin Kamara, he ain't gonna require a first round pick. Some of y'all want A-Chain from Miami. A-Chain ain't gonna require a first round pick. You know, or whoever else you thinking about. That's fine. I don't think Trey Hendrickson will require that. Max Crosby might require a first round pick. I don't think Trey Hendrickson will require it. I'm saying, there are things you can do to make this defense better, but I don't think the Cowboys going to do that because y'all know, just like I know, that the Dallas Cowboys love their draft picks. Y'all know that. That's why I keep saying it ain't going to be personnel. It's going to be scheme. Eberflus has to change. You got to mix this thing up. You can't be 90% zone and 10% man. You can't do that. You can't do it. This defense ain't ready for it. You got to do something different. If you feel like Diggs and Bland are better at man defense, you got to go to cover 3. You got to go to a cover 1 if you feel like that. If you feel like Wanya Thomas has enough range where he can go, he can range out and go cover both hashes, so be it. You got to do something. This what we're doing now ain't working. It's not. It's not even close. You got to change. I don't get it. This game we're supposed to win today, y'all. I don't care what Rico did. We still supposed to win that game. But that's what the NFL is for. Guess what? Rico told you what was going to happen. He backed it up. He backed it up. He did. Rico backed it up. There wasn't nothing we can do about it. And so Rico might be the offensive player of the week again this week. Excuse me, just in case you didn't know, Rico was the offensive player of the week last week. He just well may be again. He might be the offensive player again this week. He deserved it. He had a great game. And he also probably made the Cowboys say, dang, it would have been nice to have him and Javonte together, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it have been nice to have Rico and Javonte Williams together? That would have solved your running back room right there, wouldn't it? I bet you Schottenheimer wish he had Rico after today. I bet you that. Can you imagine if we had Rico and Javonte together? I don't think you would worry about a running game. He's just the opportunities that we just. It is what it is. Listen, I'm being repetitive now and sad, and I should have waited till tomorrow so I can just kind of sleep on this stuff and then come tomorrow. But I just had to get on there because I had a couple people text me and say, "You going live tonight?" I figured all y'all was drained out. I know y'all don't listen to everybody because everybody's been on today. I just decided to come on with this. No, JD, Rico is only thing wrong with Rico was that he's been hurt. Okay, it's not that we didn't make him look like Rico last year. If you remember with us, we didn't give him the ball until the Pittsburgh game, and that was about week 4 or 5 of the season. He still ended up with over 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised that Rico had a worse line in Carolina than he had with us. Rico lightened it up. Only thing wrong with Rico was that he just stayed, he's an injury prone type dude. That's his only issue. That's his only issue. Other than that, if he's on the field, this is what he do. So, the bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. When you get beat in the trenches on both sides of the ball, usually the team that was the most physical usually is the team that wins. Usually that's the way that it goes. Usually that's the way that it goes. And that's what you saw today. We got beat. Both sides of the ball. The defensive line of ours was nowhere to be found. You can see them getting pushed back every play. Every time Rico touched the ball, it looked like it was 8 yards. Minimum. So, really the score. I mean, offensively, we were lighting it up. Ain't no question about that. They couldn't do nothing with that. No. That drive where we ran 2 straight screens and all that stuff, that can be questioned. But I don't want to blame the offense at all because the offense scored. They moved the ball. Our running game was not there today. We got a quarterback that can literally look like he can take over a game. That's the kind of quarterback we got. So we got a lot of work to do. And the schedule is not getting any easier. Washington is coming to town. If you ain't got your stuff together, Washington gonna make you look bad too. Hopefully, CD and Turpin are back next week. That'll make the offense even more potent than what it already is. You think Dak is going crazy now? I got a feeling, these guys come back and really feel get out of hand. So, hello to whoever that is on Kick. I'm on this new channel, y'all. That's where you see that K there. New channel over there at Kick. And every time somebody come on Kick, they always trying to sell something. It's almost like a spam guy. Yeah. Hey, JD, you're right. We just got beat up, man. You get beat up like this is what happens. We'll talk about this tomorrow at some point. I might come on early. When I say early, I may come on lunch break or something. I might come on about 12 or something like that tomorrow. I'm off work this week. So I'm going to be able to come on during the day. I know I can't do anything tomorrow evening. So I'll come on tomorrow afternoon about 12. How about that? I'll come on 12. I have a better head and we'll talk a little bit more about this, all right? Horrible day today. Feel like it's a game we needed. We needed this win. We did. We needed this win. Didn't get it. And so we back at the drawing board. Exactly. Exactly, JD. Wasting it bad. Wasting it very bad. Alright? I'll check you guys out tomorrow. Hey, join me tomorrow. We'll say 12 o'clock. Okay? Join me at 12 o'clock tomorrow. 12 o'clock. I'll be with you guys again. Turn on those notifications. We'll try it again tomorrow. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. We'll do it again tomorrow. Hit that like button as you leave, if you don't mind. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the one and the only. The big time show.